What is going on, Gacha? I hope you're doing well. Today we are back on Chaos Zero Nightmare, and today we are back for another character video guide. Yes, this time we are featuring Lucas. Yes, Lucas is one of my main DPS, is one of my best character in my roster, so I am going to do a guide on him. So without further ado, let's dive in. So first of all, what you need to know about Lucas is that he is a 4-star character, so a bit more available than the 5-star one, and he is a bullet generator that actually deal AoE damage. Yes, because, well, can we see here? So every single one of his bullets are actually dealing initial damage to the target, and then AoE damage. It says damage to another enemy, but it's damage to all enemy. It is an error wording here, but it is to every single enemy in the entire map, and we have another effect as well for this one. So we have 30% more damage if the target is have a shield. This one weakened all the enemy. This one impair all the enemy. This increase the action count, which is really nice, and this one applies agony. I really like the flame shot because, well, I am playing my Lucas on the agony set. So every time that I'm hitting a target inflicted with agony, well, my damage is increased by a 10%, which is really nice. So I am going to go through the top to the bottom and then show you some example of deck that I have built. So first, here we have his card. His card are 3 basics and the rest here. So the first one is the two first one is going to be the machine gun, and they have the bullet affinity. Once you have the potential unlock, this one here, add bullet to the machine gun card. So those ones are now counting as cards, as bullet, and they are targeted by the SSS attack, which for 1 turn increase the bullet damage by 40%. So the main cards for our boy Lucas is going to be the extended magazine and the RPG-7. Why? Because, well, the extended magazine allow us to actually create 1 launcher bullet every single turn, at least 1. Okay, if you go to the Epiphanies, well, you can have the extended magazine with the initiation tag on it, so you will start automatically with this card. Then you have the lead one, which create 2 bullet every single beginning of the turn. You have this one, which can be great as well, with a 50% chance to decrease the cost of the bullet to 0. Here you have the creation with the 50% chance to draw 1. Okay, that's fine too. And this one is probably like, I don't know, I don't use this, create 5 bullet and that's it, because every single bullet will cost you 1 AP to play, and it seems like if you want to have a really burst damage with the RPG, I guess that can work, but without that, I don't see the use of the last one here. Okay. Then we have the SSS card, so it deals damage and increase the bullet card damage as well. We have different variation here. So the first one is going to just increase the damage of this card. This one is going to be a skill, which for 2 turns just increase the bullet damage. This one is going to deal damage and even more damage the more bullet cards you have in hand, so this is great as well. This one is going to be deal damage, and you will add 120% damage to the next bullet card you use. And this one is for 1 turn, well, when using bullet cards, 50% fixed damage to a random enemy. So I love playing this one. Unfortunately, I only got like twice this card on so many runs, because I like running this with a lot of bullet generation, and with a Renoa that I am going to use her Dirge Bullet. So yeah, I'm applying so much damage with the RPG. This is freaking great. We have the Flamethrower. Yeah, the Flamethrower is his signature move here. This freaking move does massive amount of damage, and my favorite one is the middle one. So damage to every single enemies, and if it's a critical hit, well, you deal even more damage to every single enemy, which is really insane. I actually love the last one as well because it deals damage and create bullet equal to the number of the target hit, so it can help having those bullet generated a little bit. But the first one here, create it is like the same as this one, but it discard, and for each card you discard, you're going to generate bullet. So you help yourself generating bullet, but you have to discard 2 cards. This one is just increased damage from the original, and this one can be great as well because it exhausts 2 bullet in hand, increase the damage amount by 50% for each exhausted, and if you have an RPG played yet, so since you are exhausting 2 bullet, it will trigger RPG 2 times, and it will trigger the Flamethrower even more. We have the Flashbang. Flashbang is a low cost AoE damage. It's a 1 cost AoE damage. This one is just a little bit of an upgrade for the original, so more damage, and more damage if the target have a shield. This one is just a skill. I don't see just don't pick this one. That's not that great. We have the Retain one with add 2 passion witness to the enemies, to every single enemies. This one replaces the weakened for 2 mark. I don't really love this one, but if you're lacking of damage, this one can be actually really great. And we have the upgrade one. When hitting a target, increase the damage amount by 30%. Well, that's not that great as well. And we have the RPG. When a bullet card are exhausted, 50% damage to every single enemy, fixed damage. And why it is 50% and not 40? Because, well, it is the first manifestation ego that just increases it. So now for his partner, I am using Akkad. The damage of the commanded bullet, my bullet card are just increased by 80% flat. That's it, just multiplicative 80%. That's pretty good. When the commander lands their first critical hit, bullet card damage is increased even more. So yeah, that is really insane. And if I really want to crit, like for 1 turn, well, for 1 turn plus 25% critical chance of designated combat and attack card. So all my cards with Lucas have a 20% more critical chance, which is crazy. Which is really good. So best partner for Lucas, it is going to be those ones. Okay, so we have here, so this is my website I am creating right now for Chaos Zero Nightmare, and can go full screen here, maybe not. Okay, so we have Cerithia, which is going to be her best 5-star. Why? Because, well, she is giving some critical chance and stuff like that. Cerithia is a top tier partner for Lucas because she covers all of his damage need at once. More consistent crit, scaling critical damage, and vulnerable for burst turn. She reliable, multiplicative, and perfectly tailored for Lucas' high crit, high impact playstyle, making her one of his best partner in Chaos Zero Nightmare. So Cerithia is a battle pass partner. So yeah, if you want her, you can use her. But Akkad is actually freaking great, as I said it earlier, a bit earlier. So yeah, Akkad can be great as well. We have our girl Yuri. Yuri is just good on anyone personally, not because we have the boost. It's even better if you have the attack boost, because we have a hunter, but having the ability to actually draw 2 cards for 3 ego points is really nice. So Yuri can be just played every single one on every single character in the entire game just for her ego skills. And a good alternative will be Janet. Janet amplifies Lucas' strengths perfectly. Her passive had crit chance for him 1 cost attack, which is really great. But usually Janet is going to be used on Luke, and Luke is like a lot of the time like played with Lucas. So you, except if you have 2 Janet on your roster, you cannot play Janet on Luke and on Lucas at the same time, because if you only have 1, well, you probably should play a cat. Back here, we now have, well, his potential. His potential, well, it is going to be upgrade everything. This guy needs kind of everything, because his basic attack are pretty nice, because they are now transferred to be bullet affinity. So yeah, we deal more damage with the SSS card. Here I recommend 10-10, because if you're running for some neutral cards, which I kind of recommend actually, attack neutral cards, well, you will want him to deal more damage. 10-10 for the unique one, well, this is a no-brainer. You want him to deal more damage on his unique cards, and his bullet are considered unit as well, so yeah, do this. Here the critical chance, you want that cranked up. Critical damage, you want that cranked up. The last modes is it is going to be really up to you. The reason why is but yeah, it's 5% on the bullet, but the other, like the requirement for the rest is really hard to get. 240% critical damage is kind of hard to achieve actually. So for only 5% more value on the launcher damage, I prefer stacking up a bit of critical chance instead. Memory Fragment, I am playing him on the Executioner Tool, Blackwing, and the Curse Corpse. Why? Because this is the best that I've got, and it is like what you kind of want actually. But I wanted the Set Scarab. That Set Scarab can be replaced for the curse body, because the Set Scarab applies just more damage on his bullet, on his basic card, which can be really great. This is why I'm put it here. The Conqueror aspect can be really good as well, because, well, some of his card, a lot of his card is actually 1 cost card, so you can apply this 35% critical damage even more. And if you're able to reduce the cost of the flamethrower to 1 AP, it will apply on it as well. The last one, the first one here is going to be the Line of Justice. This one is pure experimental. It is for pure flamethrower save data. If you have a lot of flamethrower in your deck, this can work really well, especially if you have the executioner shit, so you have more critical damage. This can work pretty damn nice. So for the right side here, the right side of his Memory Fragment, the main stat you want to focus is going to be the critical chance, except if you want to go the full potential route that needs you to actually get to 240 to 40% critical damage. Well, you can go for the critical damage here, but I won't necessarily recommend it. So critical chance is more consistent here. Critical chance for the top one, the middle one is going to be the percentage damage, and the last one is going to be for sure the attack percentage. For the substat, it's going to be almost of the same every single time. So critical damage is going to be like critical chance first, critical damage second, third is going to be the attack flat. Why attack flat? It is because we benefit a little bit more of the attack flat, like between the attack flat and the attack percentage, because our attack is actually kind of low. So attack flat is just a like straight up better upgrade here. So critical chance, critical damage, attack, and attack percentage for the last substat. So one of his best card, I'm going to just show you here. So Lucas' best card is going to be probably the initiation for his first extended magazine. At the start of the battle, you just create one bullet and it's going to be for free, and you start with that. So this is really good. I like playing the SSS with that allowed me to deal fixed damage to random enemies each time I'm using a bullet. This is really great as well. Flamethrower, no brainer. You want the if critical hit, deal more damage. You just want him to deal more damage. Here it's the normal flashbang upgrade. Why? Because I really like the weaken one. The weaken just it is just like an attack debuff on the enemy. The 25% more less damage for one hit every single weaken. So if you stack up to 5 weaken on the enemy, well, 5 of his hit of the enemy hit are going to be reduced by 25%. So it is really nice to have, especially if you're lacking of some survivability. The copy priority is going to be, you want a more copy as possible of RPG. You want some, after that, if you cannot, well, stack those, you want more extended magazine. And if you cannot stack the extended magazine, you want some flamethrower. It is not necessarily like you need 3 RPG, you need 2 of them, you need only one of them. It is like priority, this one, and this one after. Honorable mention here, we have the extended magazine that create 2 launcher at the start of the turn, which is really nice. SSS that increase damage by the number of bullets you have, which is really nice as well, especially if you have the flamethrower here. And the extended magazine, this combo is actually insane because the SSS is going to be dealing a massive single target damage here. And we have the mark here. If you're lacking of some extra damage, well, there you have it. Neutral cards. So neutral cards, if you want even more AoE damage, well, Madring Fire is your go-to. Well, you start the battle 200% to all enemy. That's it. Pretty nice. You have the Forbidden card here that is available. That will be available every single time, even on the normal Chaos Zero system, because it is now added into it for the Dimensional Tunnel. So Forbidden Portrait is really good. More damage, you draw more. This is what you want. And Quick Shilling is actually really good. It's a real cost, dealing damage, and you draw 1. This is actually what you really want to do with Lucas. Here I have some team synergy with our boy Lucas. So first of all, we have Renoa Ray, second Mika Ray, here Mika Luke, and here Magna Ray. I can go Magna Mika as well, but I decided to do Mika Ray. So here Lucas worked really well as a sub DPS for Renoa, since she exhausts Surge Bullet when she use it, not discard, use it. So if you have like a pretty nice RPG set for the Renoa that uses her bullet, well, this can be really great. And Ray is there because she enhances both of the character for all the one cost attack card. So this is really great. Mika, well, Mika, you already know what she does. Mika heals and provide AP generation, and if you want to play a lot of Lucas card, well, you will want some AP, and this is your girl. Ray, again, she just increased the damage of one cost card, and she actually increased the damage of the basic attack card, which can be really great, especially if you're using the bullet of our boy Lucas. So here, Lucas gain bonus damage whenever a bullet is exhausted by RPG 7. As I said, this is how you want to play him as a sub DPS with Luke. Luke is going to play a lot of bullet, and every single one costs 0 for Luke. So this is really great. And when he play him, it is being exhausted. So it will trigger automatically RPG 7. So Luke with a lot of RPG 7 can be no, it's not can be, it is devastating. Like, some of the people just underestimate this combo, and some of the people, a lot of people, sorry, underestimate Lucas. I will provide some freaking footage, and yeah, let me know what you think about this damage. This is crazy. He deals massive amount of damage every single turn, and I really like him. And we have for sure the Magna Ray. Magna is a powerhouse. She brings so much to the table here. She brings huge freaking shield. She counters for even more damage, and most importantly here, she can apply vulnerable, and vulnerable is a straight up 50% more damage to our boy Lucas. So the more vulnerable you stack on the enemy, the more Lucas will do, and this is exactly what you want. And Ray here can be used because, well, I have her on the second Doom, and her second Doom allow her to actually heal each time she hits an enemy. So we have more versatility with Ray here. You can actually replace Ray for Mika, because playing Magna and Lucas, like, it costs a lot of AP, and sometimes you are about to run out. But for Magna, there is a pretty nice card that you can buy on the shop, which is the Energy Barrier that gives shield and 1 AP. So yeah, problem solved. Best item for Lucas. So I'm going to go through every single one here. So the blue pot age in every single planet. So the blue pot is going to be the Dark Grid Claw. Why? Because it's a straight upgrade to all attack on all enemy by 25%. And our Lucas just attack every single one. He is an AoE damage dealer. And we have the Moon of Destruction at the start of the battle, 200% fixed damage to all enemies. So this one is acquirable in the shop, or if you're lucky, like on the waypoint, yep, you can have that. Twin Star Shadow. So the mythic one is going to be the Formika's Perfect Spear. Why? Plus 7 damage per enemy. So the more enemies you have, the more damage Lucas is going to do, and it is 10% more damage to AoE attack. And you know it, this guy does AoE attack. City of Mist, Void of the Devourer. When a card is exhausted, so when you play a bullet, well, the next card used is going to have a 35% damage stack up to 1 time. So more damage when you are doing using a bullet. And we have the Flower Dead Souls from the second attack from each turn onward. Well, you have a 20%. So you play a bullet for free, because I have Manifest Ego Lucas to level 6. So every single turn there is a bullet that is free. You play 1 bullet, and the next one is going to have a 55% more damage. Simple as that. We have the Swamp of Judgment. The Swamp of Judgment is really nice because, well, you have the Dagger Trick Shadow plus critical damage. You have the Fairy King Crown plus critical chance. You have the Verdant Shackle plus attack plus defense. Really insane. Foretold Ruins. We have the Cavalry Lightning. When you are targeting an enemy with a shield, well, your next attack card is going to deal even more damage. When you're using an upgrade card, well, 30% more damage for 1 turn. And if the target is alone, you just deal more damage by 30%, which is really good. So best overall, well, I am going to say blue pot, because it is easier to go around in blue pot, because you have the weak affinity here. So blue pot is for passion unit, and Lucas is a passion unit, so it is kind of easy to navigate inside that. But City of Mist can be really good as well. Every single one. My less favorite is going to be the Foretold Ruins for our boy Lucas. So Blue Pot, Twin Star Shadow, City of Mist, Swamp are just kind of actually freaking great. So here we will have a little like overall here. So this is going to be an overall. You can look at that. This is all going to be available in my website, linked in the description. And now we can go to the Manifest Ego. Well, Lucas is really great, but the most part here, the more powerful one is going to be his Manifest Ego 6. Why? The cost of the first launcher bullet card used is reduced by 1. So the first bullet you use costs 0. This is important. This makes him easier to play around, because you don't kind of want to like pay a lot of AP to play a lot of cards, because it costs a lot, especially his flamethrower that costs a 2 AP every single turn. So yeah, there you have it guys. Lucas, play around here. So this is my stat on him actually. So I have decent amount of damage, decent amount of critical chance, and decent amount of critical damage. I hope this guide helped you to play Lucas a little bit more, understand him a little bit more as well, because this guy is really underestimated and he is a powerhouse. If you like the video, like it right now, subscribe for more Chaos Zero Nightmare content and for guides like this, because I know you guys really like it. And as for me, I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.